Hello, today we'll be presenting our FIPT 103 group project on the case study of the MGM Grand Fire, presented by Mason Flores, Anthony Masters, and Michael Van Gorder. First, we will start by giving some general information. The location of the fire was the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. The date was November 21st, 1980, this year marking the 40th anniversary of the fire. There were a total of 3,400 registered guests at the hotel, not all of which were at the hotel at the time of the incident, but there was also about 1,600 staff members and unregistered guests in the casino. 85 people lost their lives and about 650 were hospitalized. There was $30+ million in property damage, and the cause of the fire was heat produced by an electrical ground fault within a combustible concealed space in a serving station at the hotel deli. According to the NFPA fire report summary, these are some reasons that caused fire development and smoke spread to contribute to damage of the building and loss of life. Rapid fire and smoke development on the casino level due to available fuels, building arrangement, and lack of fire-resistant barriers. Lack of fire extinguishment in the incipient stage of the fire. Unprotected vertical openings contributing to smoke spread to the high-rise tower. Substandard enclosure of interior stairs, smoke-proof towers, and exit passageways contributing to heat and smoke spread and impairing the means of egress from the high-rise tower. Distribution of smoke throughout the high-rise tower through the heating, ventilating, and air conditioning equipment, and smoke spread through the elevator hoistways to the high-rise tower. The MGM Grand at the time was a 26-story hotel and casino. The ground level, which was the casino level, included the casino restaurant, showrooms, convention center, and upper level of the Jai Fronton. Below grade level, also known as the arcade level, contained dimensions same as casino level and included the lower level of the Jai Fronton, the movie theater, shops, boutiques, service areas, and underground parking. The hotel level consisted of 2,078 rooms arranged in a T-shaped tower with three wings. Here is an illustration of the casino level. You can see the casino floor makes up the majority of space, and the deli is on the bottom right side where the fire started. And in this illustration, you can see the T-shaped structure of the hotel and casino. The high-rise area of the structure was made of a fire-resistant construction. The casino level was made of protected and non-protective non-combustible construction. The high-rise area of the MGM Grand was made of structural steel reinforced with concrete and included gypsum wallboard. Low-rise area of the MGM Grand was made of concrete slab floors, gypsum wallboard on steel studs. The deli was constructed of built-up roof covering supported by steel joist and framing. The ceiling assembly of the deli was made of gypsum wallboard fastened to metal suspension systems, simulated wood beams with cellulosic ceiling tile. This had a fire rating of 20, which is extremely high. This picture, although hard to make out, shows occupants on the roof of the south wing where there were several helicopter crews making rescues from the roof during the fire. In this picture, you can see one of the helicopters performing a rescue operation, and you can also see hotel guests breaking open windows. So what happened on November 21st, 1980? Reports indicate that the cause of the fire was determined as an electrical ground fault inside a wall in the restaurant, known as the deli. Around 7:05 a.m., an employee first noticed the fire and notified MGM security. But it wasn't until 7:17 till the Clark County Fire Department received a call reporting the fire. And by 7:19, the first engines arrived on scene. Within 6 minutes of the time, at the time of the discovery, the entire casino was involved in the fire at a burning rate of 15 to 19. A third alarm was called at 7:22 a.m., and units from the Clark County Fire Department and the City of Las Vegas Fire Department responded promptly. By 7:25, the entire casino was fully involved. 25 minutes later, the east sector of the building was under control, and by 8:30, the main casino fire was controlled. The presence of combustible furnishing and interior finishes, foam padding and moldings, air supply, and a very large undivided area allowed for an extremely rapid fire spread and heavy smoke production. Of the 5,000 people in the hotel, there were 85 fatalities and 650 sent to the hospital, including guests, employees, and 14 firefighters. Some were able to exit the building without assistance. Most were assisted out by firefighters or Good Samaritans in close proximity. Roughly 300 were evacuated at the rooftop via helicopter, and a large number of guests were trapped in their rooms waiting for rescue. Of the 85 fatalities, 80 died from smoke inhalation, 4 died from burns, and 1 jumped out of the building. 18 of the 85 were on the casino floor, and the rest were on floors 16 through 26. At what cost? There were 83 building code violations, design flaws, installation errors, and materials that were identified afterward that contributed to the magnitude of the fire and smoke spread. 1,327 lawsuits against 118 companies were filed. Money from all the companies were sent into a $223 million settlement fund that was promptly distributed to the victims within 3 years of the fire. MGM's $105 million settlement was the largest, and with the settlement, no negligence was admitted. An estimated $300 million for reconstruction fees, and the hundreds of dollars of downtime from business interruptions. Billions of dollars lost as a direct result of a poor decision to save $192,000 by not installing full fire sprinkler protection through the building. Fire protection systems before the fire. Fire sprinkler systems were not installed in the high-rise hotel, the casino, and restaurant areas. Only partial fire sprinkler protection was provided for limited areas on the ground level. The fire marshal during the time of the building construction was trying to pressure the owners to installing sprinklers, but the owner did not listen. The total amount that it cost to build the hotel was $106 million, and the sprinklers would have only added $192,000 to the total cost, which would have most likely suppressed the fire. Fire protection systems after the fire. Not more than 3 months after the fire, the state's building and fire codes were revised to have the most stringent fire sprinkler and life safety requirements in the country. All hotels taller than 55 feet were required to be retrofitted with fire sprinkler systems. All future buildings 3 stories or more were required to be sprinklered also. Unfortunately, in this particular situation, we learned from our mistakes and put in fire protection systems. Now I will show you the difference of a building that has fire sprinkler systems and one without.
Orange County Fire Authority had a unique opportunity to show the effectiveness of
just 60 seconds to activate the smoke alarm down the hall. As the temperature rises and the toxic smoke becomes dense, your chance of survival decreases by the second. The temperature in the room has risen so fast that your next breath would sear the lining of your lungs if the toxic smoke hasn't already taken your life. Listen closely. You can hear the hallway smoke alarm melting as the fire, radiant heat, and smoke spread throughout the rest of the structure.
Within nearly
This
90
time, smoke
seconds,
and flames attract.
temperatures in the building reached over 1,000 degrees with no signs of slowing down until a fire department arrives on scene,
In
which
this
could
room,
take
the
crucial
smoke alarm
minutes,
was
but with a
placed in the
sprinkler
bedroom
system installed, there
and
are much
activates
different
10
outcomes.
seconds after ignition. In the previous burn, the smoke alarm was located in the hallway and took approximately a minute to activate. We see the same fire behavior displayed as before as it rises from the trash can and continues to grow and become hotter. As it grows and consumes the combustibles on the wall, the fire begins to roll across the ceiling. The sprinkler then activates, cooling down the room, and within minutes puts out the fire. Keep in mind, in the previous burn, the
In conclusion, the MGM Grand Fire underlined the importance of fire prevention, and we have made great strides since then in striving for safer communities. There was a great loss of life, but there was also some great outcomes as the code to put sprinkler systems in any buildings over 55 feet. November 21st, 1980 was a horrific day. We need to learn from this and not try to repeat it. These were our sources that we used for our research. Thank you for watching.